What does you do?
I'm freelance photographer.
Groovy. What do you shoot?
Mainly people.
Like portraits?
Yeah, I like portraits.
Yo, what's good? Good morning to everybody, man. First of all, I'm waking up and I'm getting my first cup of coffee and I'm about to burn one with y'all, but I want to give a big shout out to Shrine University, man. I didn't go there. My son attended that school on a soccer and academic scholarship, man. And if you don't know where Shriner University is, it's in Kerrville, Texas, right in the middle, in the heart of where all that catastrophic flooding occurred in Central Texas a few weeks ago, or last week. And I just want to give them a shout out, man. Shout out to all those families. Shout out to all the rescue workers. God bless all the people that have passed, and all the families affected by those that have passed. And that's such a heart-wrenching thing, right? No matter what side you're on, to see people dealing with that type of catastrophic flood and event is tough. But on a better note, as photographers, we often try to figure out and identify that time when we feel like we have made it. It's going the right. There is no time. There is no telltale sign to say, yep, boom, stamp of approval. You are now that guy, that gal. You just don't get that. The only feedback you get is from clients, and not even always the ones that decide to pay you. What am I talking about? So yesterday, there was a post inside of Facebook asking, hey, I'm looking for a photographer for a maternity shoot. And I'm always hesitant to reply to these because my train of thought, the clients that I am searching for and I'm looking for most likely will not be putting out a ISO in search of in Facebook. They will go to your website. They will look at your packages. They will look at your pricing. They will look at your style. They'll look at your vibe. They'll read your bio, and they will contact you. Facebook is not, to me, where people that I feel like where I am, people of my skill set and talent, we're not going to get a lot of the business and clients that we are looking for off of Facebook because it's such a melting pot of different clienteles, right? The people that say I'm in search of, they're looking for a recommendation from a friend that's saying this person was super cheap or they did it for free. They're not really looking for quality. And if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Drop me a comment, drop a bomb on my head. I don't care. But I don't feel like a lot of the people on Facebook are looking for the best photographer. They are looking for a photographer that's going to come out and do something for dirt cheap just to achieve their goal of having a photo shoot for a maternity shoot. So, but I still drop my plug in there and I let it sit. And the person that was looking for that work contacted me and we talked for a little bit. And I will tell you, I'm be straight shooter 1000 with you, 1000 wow. The concept she sent me, bro, highly dope. I'm talking highly dope. And it's right up my alley. It was, I may drop a video, image of it here because she sent me a screenshot of it. Tell me that shit ain't dope. That shit highly dope. And with me now carving my little name in the film side of things, I was itching. I want to do that. I even offered her a discount. So what happened was, why I ended up having to offer her a discount, I will be 100 with you again. I am always a little skittish to tell people my prices that come off of Facebook because I typically know my prices are not where they are used to seeing photographers in my area be priced. So I always kind of scare them off. So she asked, what's your prices? I told her. And then she fired back a few minutes later saying, hey, my husband and I talked and it's not where we want to be. or because, you know, the baby's on the way, we still got to do this, and that, and the third. And I understand, I got 3 kids, so I understand the financial burden of having a child, especially one on the way with diapers and formula and all the daycare, and it's a lot. So I said, look, instead of doing both of the concepts you sent me, let's just do this one right here, because I'm really digging that. It gave me that Kendrick Lamar album cover vibe, and I really love the Black Love effect of it, and then the old school, the ironing board, and him just sitting there and the clothes hamper on the floor, just a disheveled home, because, you know, sometimes if you got a baby on the way, there's a lot going on, and it's kind of hard to keep everything tip-top shape. So, but the reason why I know that I have somewhat got to where I want to be is because when I felt the hesitation, I sent her my website, and I sent her some of the film shots that I have accumulated. And I said, here's my website, and here's some of the film images my recent film images that I've developed. And just to give you a taste of the quality of my work, my vibe, bro, she gave me the best compliment today. And this is what she said. She fired back with, damn, now I see why you charge what you charge. Appreciate you. Now, safe to say, the conversation kind of cut after that. I don't know if she fell asleep, because I damn sure fell asleep. We'll see if she contacts me again this morning. But that told me a lot. That told me she sees the quality. She can now validate, yeah, he charged that, but have y'all seen his work? He should be charging that. He should be charging that. And let me explain this right here, because I was thinking about this as I was brewing and pouring my morning Joe. Understand this, clients. When you go on the internet and you pull a stock image, or you go on Pinterest and you're pulling images off of that, understand this one thing. Most of the work, if not all of the work on Pinterest and on the internet, is not of and not from an amateur photographer. It's from a professional. She sent me images. I could tell it was photoshopped. It was high production lights and looks and glam and this. You got to be willing to pay for that. Don't think an amateur could just come out here and pick up one of these right here and come to your crib or have a little studio space and produce that you sent me. They can't. It's not possible. It's not. And when you find that person that can, be willing to pay, right? Or water down what it is that you're looking for to accommodate the price tag of $100, $200. But if you're wanting that, what you sent me, you have to be able to say, if I'm sending that, I gotta be willing to pay for that and be able to pay for that. You just can't send that and be like, yo, I'm looking for somebody to do this, and then I send you a price and you talking about, nah, that's too much. Well, shit, with the price of film too, shit, just no. Let's say hypothetically, she, they, them, whoever wants to pay you $200 for that type of shoot, right? Especially if it's on film, medium format film or 35 millimeter, it don't matter. A pro pack of film, which comes, I think it's 5 that come in a pro pack. That's $80. You already damn near have cut your session in half just with you coming out of your pocket to buy the film for the shoot. You may not use all 5. Let's say you're doing medium format, 6x7, right? You only get 10 frames, bro. You only get 10 frames. And 3 of them may be worth delivering to the client if, it's just trial and error and film and the process and all these things, shit goes wrong. So let's say you have to shoot multiple packs or rolls of 120. That's 20 roll. That's 20 shots, right? Out of those 20, hopefully your hit rate gets a little better and you got 10 worth delivering to the client. But let's say she wants 20 images. How many rolls of film do you have to shoot to get them 20 deliverable images, right? So at the same time, you're coming out of pocket as a photographer a lot of money to deliver these packages for these looks. Clients, be willing to understand that. Photographers need to get knowledge, but the clients need to get knowledge about what to expect and why to expect what they get as far as a price for a professional photographer. You have to be willing to pay for it. A professional photographer won't even entertain your phone call too much longer when you start talking about free or very low price. Ask what my prices are, respect my prices, and if you can't afford to say, yo, you know what, I can't afford that, but what can you do for this? And that's the same conversation me and Lamont had the other day. If you come on and say, man, look, I've seen your packages, I reviewed your website, I just can't afford that, but I love your work. What can we do for X? Give me the opportunity to say yes or no to that offer, but don't come through the door with that offer. You know what I mean? So just understand that, and I just wanted to share that. Like, understand that as a photographer, there is no way for no one to tell you that you have made it. Your market will tell you you made it. Comments like that will tell you you made it. When they look at your website and they come back and they say, damn, shit, I can't afford you, bro. Like, your shit too dope. I'm not used to seeing that quality work when I have been on the search for photographers. And maybe that's what happened. Not to pat myself on the back, but maybe that's exactly what happened. Maybe she did already talk to 3 or 4 other photographers and their work was bleh, you know what I mean? But their prices was in that range. And so when she saw my work, she was like, oh shit, his shit dope. If I can get it for the same price, that'd be a win-win. You know what I mean? But then when she got my prices, but then when she also saw my work, she was like, I see why you charge so much, but I can't afford that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I'll keep y'all up to date on if she calls me back or texts me back or whatever the case may be. But understand, as a photographer, there are certain signs that you need to be aware of and see and be able to navigate them to know that you on the right track. And at the same time, your clients will also know you're not on the right track. Like, bro, like, I don't think you should be charging that for what I see here. Maybe, how long you been doing this? Yeah, no, I'm good. So, anyway, I'm out. Peace. Bye-bye.